You know, everyone always asks, what the base? But nobody ever asks, how the base? You know what I'm saying? Hi, welcome to What the Base. The goofy level. We worked on this not too long ago, and built this part right here, which honestly I'm very proud of. This is probably like one of the best parts I've ever built in any level ever. I'm very happy with it. The blue lasers are very cool. Need to do more like plus 90 hue stuff. Yeah, so today we're going to be continuing into this cube part. I don't know if I want to do a cube for this. We just did a ship and then a wave. What else could we do? Have we done like robots? Okay, I don't think we've done a single robot part. Yeah, let's do a robot part right at the end here. So this part right at the end, I don't have too many ideas for. Okay, I have one main idea, but I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared to try and do it because that idea is to try and use arrow triggers again. I used arrow triggers earlier in the level. Over here, you kind of go along here and then you go backwards and then you go here and then you go backwards again. I don't really remember how to do that though. But yeah, I want to give it a go. Originally, I was going to end it right here because the song kind of like, I don't know if you listen to the song, right? Poof. I wanted to time it perfectly with the level complete thing, but I feel like a part this short is going to be really boring. I don't know, I was going to do this whole part going all the way there, but I didn't feel like it was right. But yeah, I feel like I want to do a little bit more of a longer ending now. I feel like that'd be better, especially if I'm going to use some arrow triggers here, right? So I guess let me just get like the main outline of the gameplay going here. So maybe you'll go along like there for a while, and then I kind of want you to go up the wall, and then almost around in a spiral. I feel like would be cool, like where this is like a giant box type thing, right? And then I'm thinking to signify that like you're going up the side, I can put a slope, kind of like Super Mario World type deal. If I put that there, does that work? Ah, check that out. Okay, cool. And then kind of when you get in like this sort of a section, that's when you'll go to the exit. Maybe I'll have the exit kind of like an orb in the middle. Ooh, that could be cool. So I don't know what I want to do for that yet, but I'll just put one of these objects for now. Just kind of a spinning object in the center. Let's give that 451. And then I want to use an end trigger because screw using the end wall. The end wall's boring, bro. I want to send you to 451 and then like make that big, I guess. Ish, yeah. The timing's a little bit off, but that's alright, that's okay. What if I make that 2 times speed? Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. Now I want to do like a static camera to kind of show the whole room, I think. Or maybe not even the whole room, just like half of it at a time, maybe. So it kind of shows like the bottom half, and then as you go up here, like the camera pans up. So in order to see how that will look, we can use a guide object here, and we can zoom it out to make sure it's all in screen, just like so. Let's just go 0.5 zoom, shall we? Okay, so I won't lie. The arrow triggers makes using any other trigger kind of annoying. So I won't go too in depth about the actual triggers themselves, but essentially I got this movement to work how I wanted. Bling! And then that's the end. Cool. All right. I like that. I like that. Okay, so that's that done, which is like not the gameplay, but just like we've essentially just made the ground. I think what I probably want to do is start work on this center bit here. This object is a good start. Background blending is not going to work for me. Let's make that kind of, I guess, yeah, this color, and then I can copy paste that a couple times to give it like a little bit more of like a interesting look. Maybe copy paste both of those and make them bigger and like less bright, like that type of thing. Maybe even bigger. Wow, like that. Yeah, there we go. Got one specific object in mind. One specific object. Where is it? This one. What about that guy? Ooh, yeah. I dig that. That's cool. That's cool. All right. And now I'm thinking I might do some form of like particle effect. I did something similar in one of my like old unfinished levels. I can't remember. I'm going to hate myself while editing because finding that clip's going to be annoying, but I'm going to do it. I'll find that clip. But what you can do is you can change this to radius and then make like start radius. Okay, well, first of all, that's kind of cool. So that kind of gives an end wall type vibe to it, right? And then I'll scale that up as well, of course. Now I want to do another one and then rotate it like that. Ooh, okay, that's kind of sick. Change what the particle looks like. So maybe I can do probably these ones. And then I want to make it like massive. What if I just do gravity, right? But then there's like a Excel rad and Excel tan, which like does stuff. Sorry, I'm eating a muesli bar. I was just messing around with this. That looks sick. Dude, that's so awesome. Let me make that not as bright. Maybe like a darker purple. Oh, that's beautiful. That is actually beautiful. I love the particle trigger so much, bro. Ah, look at that. Literally, look at that. Oh my god, dude. Yep, that's sick. That's sick. I think copy pasting all those objects kind of messed with it, so I'm just gonna make this and then like hide that. All right, and the next step is of course add a little bit of glow. What would this level be without a bit of glow? Just that little bit of glow I feel like adds to it so much. This looks beautiful, dude. This is beautiful. Holy, this is about to not belong in the goofy level because it isn't goofy enough. This is just like a beautiful level. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the beautiful level. I'm genuinely very, very proud of this. All right, sick. I know I'm literally coming up with the block design like last, but it's fine. What I want to try and do is have some form of like something to hold this orb into place. Because at the moment it's just kind of floating in the center. I feel like having something like in the semi-background sort of region to hold it into place would be kind of cool. Maybe like 4 arms that come in from this direction and kind of like, you know? I'll start off with some form of metallic box. Let's go to this layer. 1, 2, 3. Let's go out like that, maybe. Okay, so this is like some form of box holding the orb in. I don't like that though. It kind of takes the attention away from the orb in a way. I feel like it needs to be like semi-solid in a way. Like it's not really in the foreground as much. So maybe use some of like these blocks for that instead. If I make those blocks slightly darker and the orb slightly lighter, yeah, so the orb stands out against the background a bit more. So that works. I dig that. Now I can probably keep that how it is and then try to sort of build up some form of a pillar design that like connects to these. What if I do these and then set these all to half brightness like so, and then I can make the insides be full brightness. Yeah, that's kind of a neat design. I like that because these slopes like overlap here. Having them at half brightness, when they overlap, they become like full normal brightness, which is like what this center is, right? Yeah, there we go. That's neat. I dig that. I dig that. I dig that a lot. I really like that. And then we can probably do something else, maybe with some of these like animated water things or something that like point upwards. So when they combine, they're like that, and then I can put that on color 44 as well, and then just lower the brightness, and then I can copy paste, flip it over, and just chuck that on all of the sides here. But I want to make sure that they're pointing upwards, so these ones we're gonna have to flip around. Yeah, that's really neat, dude. Oh, I really like that, how they kind of blend into the background as well. I was gonna use some form of like a more custom background, which I guess I could probably still do, but I think that's really neat actually. I really like that for the background. I think that's sick. Okay, well, I can always add more detail to the background later on. I think now I'm going to focus on these like big chunks down here, which I'm not really 100% sure what I want to do with, to be honest. What if I go ahead and make these outlines like so? Nothing crazy, just relatively simple stuff. And then I can go ahead and like put one block in there, one block as the backing, and then have some pillars that kind of go down and like reinforce it, quote unquote, right? Maybe in the corners, I can do some form of like slope that kind of connects out like so even. All right, well, now that we have that, I can go ahead and delete all of these outlines like so. So now we just have these outlines, which I think looks really cool actually. Wait, with the slopes in the corners, that's like actually sick. Wait, let me put the corner pieces in. Okay, we got on corner pieces. Gotta be worried there for a second. That could have been bad. Okay, so now that we have that, I guess we just gotta decide on the blocks. I think for these bits in between here, I kinda wanna do the rock objects like what we have here. I love those early 2.1 rocks, I'm not gonna lie. I know that they can make a level look a little bit outdated, and I'm a bit worried about that, but look, to be honest, it's a goofy level. I can do whatever I want, I don't care. That certainly is a lot of rocks, I'm not gonna lie, but it could be okay, maybe. I'll change it up later, it's fine. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Now for these outside blocks, I feel like we need something not necessarily... No, I think we do need something brighter, to be honest. What if I do some form of pixel block? What if... Wait, okay, hear me out, right? Hear me out. What if I bring these guys back? Because I actually used this corner block, or maybe it was this one. No, I think it was this one. I used that corner block right at the start of the level, if you remember. Yeah, you can see it's right there. What if I use that, but then, like, it's way later in the level? I feel like that'd be kind of sick. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I dig that. I feel like we're just using the exact same pulses though. I don't really want to do that. We need to change it up somehow. Are there any other colors that look good in that center? An orange part would go kind of crazy. Ooh, yeah, an orange part could be kind of sick. And then if I change that to 44. Okay, I dig this actually. I really like this switch to orange. It's kind of wild, it's kind of wacky, but it's kind of cool, man. And then these being the complementary color, I can make these like a nice bright blue. What's the opposite of orange? It's like dark blue. Let's make it a bright blue. Yeah, I dig that bright blue. I think that's kind of sick. We do need something behind that as well, I feel like though. And for that, I could always just do something like these blocks, right? Ooh, that looks really nice actually. Yeah, I dig that. All right, we can do that, sure. All right, I was pretty happy with that. So after building them all the way around, I realized that I probably need to introduce a little bit more blue into this part. Now, because I want to make sure this orb in the middle is the focal point of this part, I decided to start by pulsing that blue. After I was happy with the colors on that, I decided to do the same for the little background backing block things. Then when I was happy with that, I realized there was something I forgot to tell you about. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I did make a couple changes between, like, after I released the last episode. I saw a couple of people suggesting that I should rotate all of the blocks in this block here, but honestly, you can't even notice with, like, most of them. It's only really the bricks, so I decided not to do that, but I rotated these puzzle pieces, as you can see. And I also rotated these bricks in the blocks, and that makes it look a lot less static, which I really, really like. Just to kind of match that, like, part of the music, right? What if I do an effect with these where I, like, flip them? That'd be kind of cool. I'd have to do something specific for the corners, but I feel like that'd be sick. Wait, hold on. Let me just select all of these objects down the bottom, and let's just test it out with this. So 456. If I scale 456 around itself, just like so, and then do that by, like, -1 on the X, I think? Yeah, like that. That's kind of cool. And then if I put that on a spawn loop, so you can kind of see it's flipping back and forth. I think that's cool. Does that work if I put that group on these as well? It looks like nothing because I put the wrong group on. Oh, it does work. Okay, cool. Let's put that on all of these objects then, so that they all flip around just like so. And then for these corners, I'm gonna have to like toggle between these ones and the ones that are like on the outside, right? Yeah, there we go. So now I've got it pulsing so that these outside like outlines match up and it's not like super messy, right? I think that's kind of neat. I am also just realizing I forgot to continue these blocks all the way around. Whoops, my bad. Now what if I just do some like glow like this that is on 44? Like that sort of a thing, and then that can be on, I think 1 is the rotating group, right? Yeah, so you can see that glow rotates around, so I'll just chuck that on everything as well, because why not, you know, why not? All right, cool. I think that's cool. They add like a nice boundary to all of this, which I think is quite sick, quite cool indeed, quite neat even. I think that's neat. Okay, so what do I want to try and do next? I feel like I should try and actually do some gameplay next, because as you may have noticed, there is absolutely no gameplay in this whatsoever. I could do a couple jumps like this, maybe. It's kind of lame though, that's kind of boring. I want plenty of transition time, so maybe I can do something like this. Have like a spike in there sort of thing, so you kind of have to like that. And then you have to do like a micro click over a spike here, maybe. Sure. A dash orb with a couple spikes like that. Nice and evil, you know. Actually, I don't know if I want to do too many like hard timings there. Maybe I'll just do like a decent amount of clicks. So you like still have to remember what to do, but it's not like difficult timing wise, right? And I want to make sure it's not too difficult timing wise just on these vertical bits, because it's a little bit harder to like know what you're doing and feel it, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to vertical gameplay, but I'd rather be a little bit easier on the player, especially since this is literally the last part of the level. Anyway, I kept tweaking around the gameplay until I decided I wanted to fix these arrow triggers. For some reason, every time I hit them, it would make me bounce, and I wasn't really a fan of that. So I decided to fix that with an H block, which I then warped to make it a little bit smaller. But don't worry, I find a bit of a better fix in a little bit. From there, I just need to design a little bit more of the gameplay. And then here, I'll just do like a giant spike jump to end off the level. Why not? Yep, that can be the end. Put a yellow pad right here, and then make that go into like something, I don't know. Make that go into a dash orb you need to hit. Oh, is that evil? That might be evil, I don't know. I love that type of gameplay, but that is like, oh no. I want to do something like really goofy, like a bit of orb spam or something. Can I get away with doing orb spam? I don't know, man. I don't know how I went this whole level without doing orb spam. I love building orb spam for no reason. That's awesome. I'm so doing that. I am so doing that, bro. I will actually keep all these orbs here, but I want to select these ones that are like in here, just like every other orb, and I want to scale them down. Maybe make them not as visible, so give them a group and then give them like alpha. That's awesome. I love that so much. Oh my god. This is great. This is awesome. Okay, let's keep that there. I guess we need to do spikes up the top here as well. How do I do that without it being too egregious? Like if I add blocks along here, will that be too in the way of everything? I don't know. But what I did know is that I wanted to fix these arrow triggers a little bit better. And so I started messing with the trigger. And after a while, eventually found a pretty good solution. Oh, okay, guys, I figured it out. You just need to go into the arrow trigger here, edit velocity, and then just set these both to 0. For some reason, you can set them to -1. Override velocity, set them to 0, and then it works. Okay, cool. I honestly don't feel like this is too encroaching somehow. I feel like it should feel too encroaching, but to me, it doesn't feel too encroaching, so I think I might keep it. I could always like do other stuff in here as well, just to kind of fill in this space. I don't know what I want to do though. You've seen normal club step monsters, but have you ever seen club step monsters that attach to the wall? This guy's awesome. Because that creates a timing right at the start here as well. It's not much of a timing, but it's there. It counts as a timing, it counts. I will also go ahead and replace these with full spikes. I'm just kind of tweaking the gameplay until I get it feeling right, to be honest. But I do like this so far. I think this is like turning out pretty well in terms of like just the structuring of it. Yes, dude, I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. This is awesome. All right, so now we actually need to like decorate these structures. I still need to do some more stuff with this outside bit, but I'll get to that. These inside structures, I do want to be orange, but I want them to stand out a decent bit. So in order to do that, I tried to use these pixel art door objects here. I layered 2 of them on top of each other and tried coloring them in different ways along with other designs in the block, but I'm not gonna lie, it just really looked ugly. I love running with dumb ideas in this level, but sometimes I just need to call it quits. Like, what the hell is this, bro? So I just deleted that entirely and started with the winning design. What about instead using some of these objects here to kind of create like a topping to it? I'll make one 7, I'll make one blue probably actually. Okay, that kind of rules. That kind of rules. I just added some of these little guys here to like chuck over those. It's a bit chaotic, but I think it's cool. What if I do, instead of making those white, what if I make those that color as well? So it obscures it a little bit? Sure, yeah, I like that. And then I need to do some form of design underneath. Maybe I can use some like new 2.2 blocks perhaps? Maybe. What if I do checkerboard blocks like so? Use the overlay of this guy, just like so. I like the circle things. I think they're cool. And then give them like a proper glowy outline like so. It's a little bit in your face. I don't love that. Yeah, they do. That's nice. That's really nice, actually. I like that. What if I make those checkerboards rotate so they like flip around? Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, okay. All right, so now that all the blocks are in place, I think it's about time we start working on probably the rest of these blocks in this club step monster. I also made the background a little bit brighter. Made it like this dark orange, which with this background looks stupid, but when the background actually changes, because I changed the background as well. I don't know why I did this off recording, but I did. Yeah, I changed the background to this one here, this background. I think it looks cool. I don't know, I just think it looks a little bit better with having the background there. But yeah, anyway, this club step monster. Let's do this club step monster. What I am thinking is maybe I can do some bricks. What if I give them the rotating group, but then maybe like alternate them like this, maybe? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What if I give it angry eyebrows, like the eyebrows? Let's place some orbs underneath. Let's do some red orbs. It fits nicely. Boom, just like so. And then what if I give these slopes the rotating group? He doesn't know how to feel, bro. He's all over the place. Looks a bit stupid, but oh well, it's fine. I actually don't think I want to do just orbs in here. I kind of want to do... There are some eyeball objects in here, aren't there? Somewhere. Oh, there's these. This is what I was thinking. Honestly, just having those in there, that's so funny. Oh god, it's like the next day. It's like way too early in the morning for this, but that is really funny. The eyes are just like way too hyper realistic for what this is. It's like actually uncanny, but it's beautiful. I love it. For this bit going up here, I'm thinking of almost alternating between these kind of bricks like so and the bigger bricks. Does that work? If I make them 7, so they're black, yeah, that kind of looks cool. And then space them in there. That looks pretty good to me. All right, how does that look? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the shaders. Hold on. Okay, cool. I feel like this needs something more though. This is like a little bit too basic for my liking. What should we fill this center with then? Maybe I could do blocks kind of pulsing up this way. I can do this, I can do this, and there's a corner one, right? Yeah, like that. Our group numbers are getting quite large now, I'm not gonna lie. Do that like a 0.2, 0.2, 0.1 maybe. Okay, yeah. And then if I copy paste that up the group and just keep doing that all the way up until 470, I believe. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. All right, let's make that a spawn loop, shall we? Okay, what if, hear me out, I don't know if this is gonna work, but what if I take this, flip it over, move it one tiny space back, so hopefully these pulses get overridden. What if I do a pulse going kind of backwards that's orange? And then instead of spawning that immediately back, what I can do is take all of these triggers, copy paste them, and then flip them over just like so, and then put the spawn trigger right there. So hopefully, will that work? Yeah, so you can see the blue and the orange kind of bounce back and forth. That's cool, okay, yeah. And I can use those pulses for other things as well if I really want, right? Cool. I like that. I'm happy with that. I might go ahead and do that also, but on some glow. The glow makes it like kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So then what happens if I take this and like chuck it on the other side as well? So it kind of is on the outline as well. Now that looks incredibly shiny compared to everything else in the level, which I don't know fully how I feel about. Oh no, these structures are pretty shiny, never mind. I'm just gonna leave that, I think. I'm just gonna leave that. Let me go ahead and maybe add a couple more details, like, I don't know, some of these in between or something. And then what do I want to do for spike design? I'm thinking something in here, perhaps? These are kind of cool spike deco. Have I done that already? I don't know, but I'm just gonna make that black, and that's gonna go behind, so that's gonna look good. Yeah, let's just do these. What if I just go crazy with the spike color, actually? What if I do rainbow spikes? Wait, hold on. Wait, okay. This is gonna be stupid. This is gonna be unbelievably stupid, but I want to do it. You cannot stop me. I am so doing rainbow spikes, bro. Okay, so let's start off with those being like red blending. Not as bright though. I might just, might just lower the brightness to like half brightness in here. But that's what, color 49? If I just make color 49 go around the color wheel, I feel like that'd be kind of awesome. This is what the bloody goofy level is all about. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. It's kind of awesome. Them just like pulsing rainbow. I kind of love that. I'm not super convinced on these spike deco bits here. I don't know how I feel about these little bits. What if I change them to the same color? Just make them nice and rainbow. Why not, man? Why not? I forgot to make these spikes over here half as bright, but honestly, I kind of like it. The inside bit kind of disappears with some of the pulses, like some of the colors that it changes to, and I really like that. So now they're kind of incredibly bright, but I think that works. I think that's neat. But now I'm almost tempted to do that for the middle. Like, what if I make the middle just like that? Really bright color. Okay, you know what? Just be safe, because I don't want to, I really cannot be bothered to go through and like experiment with this more. I'm just gonna make a copy of the level and then do it here. All right, perfect. I think that's cool. Having that like pulse rainbow in the center, I think that's sick. Okay, now I need to do these blocks, which I don't think I'm gonna do anything too crazy for. What if I do like, yeah, this one where it kind of is in the corner and then rotate that around? If I set that to blending as well, ooh, that's kind of nice. And then like if I go to color 2 and brighten that up a decent bit. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Give that the rotating group, which is group number 1, all the way back there. You could probably do with some glow as well. Give that the rotating group as well, just to kind of accentuate that. I feel like I need something more though. Ooh, that kind of works to give that a bit of like a casing type thing, and then I can put some backing blocks behind that. Yeah, okay, that kind of works. What if I make that rainbow? Oh, this is gonna be a big problem. This is gonna be a major problem. I'm gonna want to make everything rainbow. No, I need to keep the rainbow to only a small amount of things. What about blue? That kind of works. Let's chuck those all along there, like so, and then we can go ahead and chuck some backing blocks behind it all. Yeah, just to like make sure it's feels solid, you know? I don't want you to be able to see this background bit coming through. I don't really want that to be the case. It kind of clashes, you know? Boom. And then we can probably do some extra like chains and stuff, perhaps. Maybe I can use these chains here just to kind of hold them up, support them, you know? Give them a bit of support. Can always do with a bit of support. Yeah, I like that. Now let's do an amazing orb deco, maybe with these. I don't know why my brain went to these, but I can make these no touch now. So those could be kind of a sick orb deco thing. Let's make those rotate at like 100 maybe. Let's make sure these are like maybe even black on the outside. And then the inside could be the blue maybe. Yeah, ooh, yeah, that's kind of sick. And then I wonder if I can chuck one of these behind that, just like so, and then give that, I don't know, 40. That's a bit bright. Maybe lower the brightness of that a bit, but yeah, something like that. It's kind of cool. And then just one of these, maybe. Yeah, that works. That's cool. Give it a bit of glow, just to make it look a bit nicer, as per usual. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's chuck that on all the orbs, shall we? Chuck it on every single orb in here. Out of curiosity, how would that look? Really, really ugly. Yeah, no, get out here. All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much everything done except for these bottom bits. I need to face my fears. I've been putting these off, I'm not gonna lie. I do have an idea for these bits that kind of fill in these areas here, and that is to pulse between a bunch of 2.1 blocks. Because as I'm sure you're aware, these are like basic 2.1 rocks, right? What I can do is just go to this section with like a bunch of these, and then what if I pulse between these and like these ones, and then pulse to these ones, and then pulse to like these ones? I feel like pulsing between a bunch of them would be kind of sick. Probably on the like, do. That's kind of when I'll switch between them. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we got these all on their own individual layers. So let's fill up these blocks, shall we? Alright, so I've got all of these objects in, as you can see, and honestly, it kind of looks cool, all overlapping with each other. It's very, very bright. I mean, I could just lower the brightness of all of them and it would be fine. Maybe I'll allow some of them to overlap and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, now I need to go through and give all of these different groups, and then just assign each of them an alpha trigger and adjust the timing until it looks right. Like I alluded to earlier, I decided to make them kind of overlap a little bit, so it's not just like instantly switching between them. They have a lot of fade time, so they kind of phase into each other, and I think that gives like a bit of an interesting effect and just varies up the design a little bit, you know? Yeah, that's honestly really cool, because it's not as super obvious that it's like pulsing between them, but it like, I don't know, it creates a very interesting effect. I like it. I think it's cool. Alright, well that just leaves us with two more things to do. That is to design the pillars and design these corner bits here. Let's start with the pillars. Okay, so hear me out. 2.0 metallic blocks. I don't know. May as well give it a go. Let's make those, yeah, bright blue, just like so. Okay. And then what if I do these, give them like even black blending, and then give them the same groups as these? Like that kind of a thing? Yeah, that could work. If I glow it up a bit, perhaps. Yeah, that works. I like that. I think as well, something we should do is put some black glow kind of between these objects and that backing block that we made before, just to add a bit of shading between it, you know, a little bit of shadow, so that these look like they're kind of behind. Gives it a little bit of depth. Yeah, I like that. All right, so I've just applied that going all the way around, and I just want to point out like how crazy adding the shadow is. Look at this, right? This slope here, this looks like a completely separate object separated from the background. Yet all it is like just a couple outlines and a few bits of glow. Like this inside bit is not separate to this outside bit. It's just the glow that makes it look separate, you know? Anyway, we should probably come up with an actual design for these slopes that aren't like just the background. Which for that, I'm not really too sure what I want to do. I guess first of all, I want to make sure it's absolutely separate. So let me go ahead and put some backing blocks just straight up here. If I take a block here and warp it down like so, that makes it a slope. But if I do that on the under, like that, then that, ooh, yeah, that works. Could be interesting. I honestly didn't think that would work out as nicely as it does. So let's do... What block do we want to do that with then? What if I do it with this? This is probably going to look really stupid, but it's fine. It's fine. Give them some slightly better color. Whoa. Ooh. do that, but then I need something different in the center. Oh, they're bright though. They're bloody bright. I think that's mainly because color 2 is, yeah, white blending. So let me go ahead and let's make color 1 a bit darker here. Then what if I do like an animated object or something? I don't have super high hopes for this, but I want to see if it'll work. Well, that's kind of a cool effect, first of all, actually. What if I do that and then make them black, maybe? Yeah, I feel like these need to be orange. Yeah, that's somewhat decent. These bits in the center look really bland, though. That's my only problem. What if I try to fix that by taking some of these waterfalls and just rotating them 45 degrees? It's weird. It's weird, but it kind of works, maybe. Oh my god, I feel like this is just super ugly. If there's anything I've learned over my time with creating, it's that if something looks really ugly, it's probably the colors. In particular for this level, I scrap very few designs. I just tweak around the colors until it looks good, and in this case, that definitely worked. Okay, making that black works, making that black. Oh my god, dude. What? That looks sick. That looks crazy, dude. Okay, these have a gap between them, and that is a problem, I think. Because you can see it through these little holes right there. I don't love that. Okay, sure. I think we still need some form of separation between these two, though. Could just do another shadow, but something like this that's warped down like that, maybe? That looks a bit cleaner. That looks a bit nicer. What if I, like, just extend it a little bit further down? Yeah, honestly, like, you get so caught up in it being a focal point that when you look at it when it's not a focal point, it actually looks fine. I think that looks alright. Okay, cool. Well, I am going to go ahead then and copy paste that to all the corners. Yes, copy paste time, my favorite time. Alright, nice. Well, I think that's mostly it, honestly. Could add a couple more things like above these sections to kind of break them up a bit, maybe. Tempted to do, I'm pretty sure we did it earlier in the level, like right at the start even. Yeah, with like these kind of semicircle bits here. I was about to say half circle, then semicircle. It's neither of those, it's quarter circles. Could do some of those to break it up. I feel like those could work. They're pretty good little objects, these, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and then in order to randomize these, I'm just gonna spam E and then click these randomly just to make sure they're not all like the exact same rotation, because that'd be a little bit boring. And I kind of like tried to alternate with like these little ones and then the bigger ones as well. Kind of trying to like make them come up in different ways, you know? Then I can select all of these just like so. And then what if I make them black? Yeah, black works. It's just kind of keeps it subtle, you know? It's not too in your face that way, which I like. And then because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna copy paste some of these segments. No one cares, right? No one cares? I think no one cares. I hope no one cares. Alright, so I got all of those in place. And wait, do they already have... Oh, they all already have the rotating groups. I copy pasted everything. Yes, get in. All the movement on the, like, outside of the screen does draw your eye a little bit, which I don't love too much. But honestly, I think it's probably fine. I don't think it's too big of a deal, to be honest. Alright, cool. You know what I do want to do, actually? Right at the beginning of the level, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, yeah, these blocks that are in here kind of have a scaling effect. I want to do that for the later blocks as well. So what group are these on? I'm pretty sure that'll still be going throughout the whole level. So let me go ahead and go to this last part and put these all on 3. That absolutely doesn't work. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna need a new area scale thing for that, I think. Kind of? Why do they go... Oh, we have a scale trigger that's scaling them by -1 on the X, which is like confusing it probably. If I turn that off and make that touch trigger. Yeah, now it works when it's not scaling. Okay, so instead of doing the scale trigger, I think what I'm going to do is just rotate them by 180 degrees each time. I think that'd probably work a little bit better, maybe. Yesterday I was in call with SD and Moldy for a bit, and they both played the level, and SD pointed out that you can kind of do this and then like set the whole thing off sync by a bunch. So that's a bit of a problem. I think what I can probably do is just put a force trigger here that just shoots you up. I think that'd be really funny, actually. It just shoots you up if you go there. Like, you just can't do it. Okay, so by this point, the part is pretty much complete. There's just a couple more little details I wanted to add. One of which being a few of these rainbow ground spike decoration object thingos in the spikes. I don't know, just adds a little bit of variation to it, I guess. Along with these little bush objects paired with these grass objects, just to like add a little bit more onto the surface of everything, you know? I don't know what it is, but adding stuff like this on top of the blocks is just really fun to do, so I like doing it. Alright, cool. I think think that just adds that little extra bit of detail that I want to. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this part complete. Yeah, just jump the gun, just straight to being complete. Yeah, all right, cool. And that is the last part of the level complete. Now the level's not finished yet. I do need to finish up a bunch of transitions, do some pulses in this part, add a background to this part, you know, like there's a fair few things I still need to do, which I might do on stream. Let me know if you'd like to see a What the Base finishing stream. I think that could be fun. I don't know how long it's going to take to finish, but we'll see. But yeah, man, it's kind of crazy to finish the last part of this level off. Like, this has definitely been my best project by far. Absolutely. But before I get too in the weeds of talking about that, let's do the showcase, shall we? Boom, there it is, dude. Yeah, crazy to almost be able to call this thing finished. Almost, not quite, almost. But yeah, once again, let me know if you'd like me to do a stream. I'll try and like note down all of the little things that I need to finish off, like fixing this transition. I'd like to improve some of the colors in this part as well, and like there's a few things I want to do in every part. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But either way, I think I'm going to end this last main giant building video of, well, not giant, but the last main building video of What the Base off here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for all the support on the series in general. Really appreciate it. And last but certainly not least, thank you to all the members, especially Imfdu, Contron, Random Visitor, and Zookswell. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. I'll see you later.